Hi, Sarupa here from the soulagentblog.com, and I'm having my morning coffee, although it's probably near enough lunchtime, coffee in Bilbao, and I'm on my way back to England, getting the ferry tomorrow, because this year the time in Spain, to this point the time in Spain has now come to a pause. And we sat here with Michael and we were talking about what our goals are, what our plans are for the next sort of 12, 18 months. And I wanted to just ask you that question. What is your goal? What is your aim? Is your goal to expand your business? Is your goal to live abroad? Is your goal to have a big holiday? Is your goal to do an extension in your house, buy a new car? You know, we all have these goals, and quite often the goals are what we call dreams. They become the dream because we don't really work towards them. And it's good to start things as a dream, but then you have to start taking action towards it. And we're looking back at the 2 years, and you can probably hear the traffic because we're just outside in Bilbao. So excuse the traffic noise. But we were looking back at what made all of this possible for us. We had a dream that we wanted to leave London. We wanted to live abroad. We wanted to have that experience as a personal experience. We wanted to experience what it was like. I've always had a dream to live by the water. And we were kind of thinking about where to go. Do we go further afield than Europe? Do we go to Europe? And where in Europe? And France, Spain, Greece, Italy. I mean, there are so many amazing, wonderful places. And we decided on Spain. I opened up the Reader's Digest Atlas on the page of Spain. I closed my eyes and I just put my finger down. And wherever it landed was where we were going to go. And we went within about 4 or 5 days to Herradura in Granada, Costa Tropical. It was completely on an intuitive hit. There was never heard of the place, never been there before, didn't know anything about it, didn't know anybody that knew anything about it. In fact, I don't think I really knew that many people that lived in Spain anyway to start off with. Obviously been on holiday there. And I followed that, and I kept asking Spirit, you know, when we were choosing Spain and when we'd found Herradura, even though we'd booked the tickets to go and find somewhere to live, I kept asking Spirit, so why? What is it there? What's going to happen there? What's it all about? And I got silence. I didn't get an answer. And it's not because I was asking the wrong question. It was because it was about me having to trust my intuition and trust that step. And it did feel like I was stepping into the unknown, into the darkness. Maybe I was making a mistake. My head was kind of exploding like fireworks of, is this right? Is this appropriate? I mean, Spirit is saying nothing. Could that be a sign that this is the wrong thing to do? And I just continued following those steps. And it was only until I got there and settled that things began to become clearer about what it was about me. And some of it is quite personal, which I'm not going to share at this point in this video. But the reason I'm telling you this is because so often when we're pursuing a dream or pursuing growth and transformation, we want to know 100% what the end is going to look like. We want the confirmation, we want the proof, we want to be told, well, this is what your life will exactly look like and this is exactly what's going to happen. And even then we don't make the decision to step forward. We're wanting it to be just cast iron, written in stone, and that's not how it works. That's not how intuition works either. Intuition gives you a step. It doesn't give you necessarily the whole picture. Very rarely does it. The whole picture comes from the head or the emotions. When your heart's speaking, it's very simple. It's one step. Take that step. Trust yourself. Trust the universe. We are in 2016. And for years, at least in our lifetimes, and the lifetimes of our parents even, you know, where the new age was kicking in, books have been written, programs have been created, people have had conferences on the universe, on abundance, on trusting intuition, on angels, on spirit guides and all of that. And yet still today in 2016, so many people are hesitant to trust that inner heart wisdom, not gut wisdom. We're moving into the heart wisdom about taking a step forward, not willing to really believe and trust that the universe is abundant. And I've had all of those head thoughts over the last few years. We've had so many twists and shapes and turns, but I have continued to say, no, I need to come back here and I need to listen, I need to step forward. Yes, that action feels like it's quite scary in my head and my emotions are having a little bit of a somersault, but my heart is guiding me. So I want to ask you what your goal is and how are you letting your heart guide you? Are you holding back so the world doesn't get you, doesn't get your gifts, doesn't get your contribution, because you're waiting for everything to be in cast iron, you're waiting for everything to be completely cast in stone and 100% confirmed, and even then you raise a question of doubt. So I wanted to share this with you, and I wanted to also talk to you about, in 1 week today, so today's Tuesday, so in 1 week, June the 1st, next week, I'm starting my Heal Your Money Patterns program. I've been running this since 2011. Literally, I've worked with thousands of people all around the world, healing their money stories. Each of them, particularly during this 5-week money healing program, people have the most amazing ahas. Many of them didn't know why they were joining, but they just had that kind of inner feeling that they had to. Many of them were kind of feeling that hesitancy and fear of, but I haven't got any money, so it feels a bit ironic to come and do this. And I completely get that, because that's what happened to me when we were moving to Spain. It was that sense of something to do. I know I've got to do this, but it's that I can't really see where it leads to. And it takes courage, it takes a certain level of trust and a certain level of spiritual maturity to step forward. But when you step forward, your whole life changes. It's not just your money story that changes, it's everything. Your business changes, your ability to contribute to creating the life that you want and the contribution that you want in the world changes. And achieving your dreams becomes easier because money no longer becomes the limiter or the kind of master of decision making, because the decision making in life is our soul and it comes from our place of our heart. So I want you to check out the program. The link will be below, either in the comments or on the video, and it's the soulagentblog.com/5-week Heal Your Money Patterns program. We start next week on Tuesday, the 1st of June, and it's a journey where you are not just going to learn how to say, I'm worth it, I'm worth it, I'm worth it. You know, that's not what this is about. This is about so much more than that. You're going to understand your unique relationship with money, which will lead to your purpose exploding in your life, exploding in the world. You're also going to understand how to connect to your soul and intuition, which is your greatest mentor and guide. This is about empowering you to live your best life. And that's exactly what me and Michael, who's next to me, you can't see him because the camera's leaning here, what we were talking about. And just before I started this video, because our next steps and what we're going to do, where we're going to go, how our lives are going to be, is about empowering us so we can be the best in the world and serve and do all the things that we've dreamt of and all the things we want to experience and achieve. And that is your opportunity now. So come and join next Tuesday, June the 1st, and let's get your money story transformed, your money patterns healed, because they impact on absolutely everything. So see you virtually on June the 1st.